if you saw this game, you saw gameplay saving out maybe 3 rounds in a row when they were 4 versus 5, 4 versus 4, or whatever. And yes, in this, when Counter-Strike is like this, you have to do that because the odds are not in your favor, and if you lose the round, you're going to give away another round. So instead of doing that, you save your guns and to be able to fight for the next round, right? But I mean, who want to watch 8 out of 15 rounds where people save or do save rounds or whatever? It's boring Counter-Strike. So what I feel like doing is if you just have like 1 pistol round and then you have 10 rounds of every team has 16K every round, and then they can buy weapons as much as they want, because then they know that even if they are in a 1 versus 4, 2 versus 4, 3 versus 4, 3 versus 5, whatever, they can go for it because they will have money next round. I mean, yes, they will take away some of the momentum in the game, will take away some of the money system, but that will decide who is the best team, and it will decide, and you will get a fast-paced game where people don't need to know the money system. They don't need to know how much money they want to have. They don't need to know why the other team is saving, whatever. It just makes the game simpler, but still will provide the right winner. And why not do it? This is a money system that has been going since the game was out 8, 9 years ago by a guy who clearly did not mean CS to be a competitive game like it is right now. But still, nobody has changed the money system. It's just stupid.
So my question to you is, this is you sitting on the side as a commentator. That type of, let's make something better for the viewer, for the spectator, is something that as commentators, you're always trying to make those changes to do. But as a player, would you ever have either agreed to or proposed back 2 years ago when you were on top of the game, any changes like this?
Of course, well, like a couple of years that we were abusing the money system very good. Like we camped out every round, and somehow none other teams knew about it. I don't know why they didn't know about it, but then we didn't want to change anything, of course, because we won because of that. But I mean, in the recent years, I mean, I would say I would be fine by the change of the money system, because you can also lose games pretty randomly if you just lose a couple of the important rounds. And thinking about like how the game will be affected, I just see positive things about it, because you get to see fast-paced action. But I mean, there are a lot of ways of doing it. Now I just said the simplest way, just put 16K. But you can also do like where you do 1 pistol round, and then you do 1 round with people that can only buy AKs because you allow only 4,600, or you do like a 1 round where you give them 8,000, 1 round where they give them 3,000. I mean, you can vary as much as you want, and that's no problem. So, I mean, whatever, really. Just.
And you're doing this not for the players per se, but for the spectators?
I'm doing it mainly just to make the game more interesting to watch, yes.
Okay, so if we're doing it to watch, I mean, let me home you in on that point. If you're doing it to watch and you're nerfing the money system, will we not then just have COD 4?
Why COD 4? Nobody wants to watch COD 4. Only bad players play COD 4 anyways. All the top players play Counter-Strike 1.6. You want to see top players in a top competitive game where things happen.
What you're talking about is kill the money system and then have a game that looks better. Do you not then move to either CGS rules or COD 4 in what you're achieving?
The reason why people don't play COD 4, or good people play COD 4, is it's not a skill-based game. CS brings out the skill in the top players, and you can see it, but the money system makes it so hard for the best players to always go for those kills, because they know they have to save out for the team. They know that now they have to save. They can't buy whatever guns they want to show their skills, because now they don't have the money to buy it, because they lost some stupid round because of some random luck or whatever.
So for you, visual effects such as the graphics aren't important?
No, I think the important thing is that you have the top players playing the game that everybody wants to see. I mean, the top players right now are the ones playing 1.6, in my opinion. And then you will see that the nice action. I mean, the nice like 1 versus 4. You see Neo just doing a huge clutch run. That's what you want to see. But I don't know. That's just my point of view about this. I mean, soccer. I don't think graphic. It's on TV and whatever, but it's not that pretty to watch. But you have all the top players doing magic with the ball. I mean, the ball itself is not that pretty to watch, is it? No. It's the players that make the sport good, and it's the players that will make CS 1.6 good. Even though if the graphic isn't like, I don't know what game. I don't even play all these new games, but whatever new game it is, that's not what makes spectator wants to watch the games. then you watch some movie on high-definition TV instead.
So if you're Mr. TV Director, would you, and you look at it, you're Mr. TV Director, Rupert Murdoch, you have 1.6 and Source, would you not go with Source?
No, why would you play a game that the top players don't want to play? It's like, if you want to play football or like indoor football, what would you pick? I mean, you have all the best players playing football on a big pitch, and that's what you want to see. Those are the players you want to see. You want to see Ronaldinho, you want to see Kaká, you want to see Cristiano Ronaldo, and you want to see Neo, you want to see Forrest doing huge rounds, and you have to allow them to do those huge rounds then. And the only way to do that is to change the money system.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here with my questions. I'm not saying
I don't want to talk about it much more because I already talked about it so much, and I already stated my point. But I mean, I'm not the one deciding this, but I'm just saying it's something to think about.
Times? Would you keep them as long as
yeah,
they
the
are?
round time is fine. You need 2 minutes to do your tactics, and I mean, certain maps even favors doing faster rounds. Just creates an opening. I mean, if you have 1 minute 15 or whatever that there is in CGS for TV, yes, you will get more action. But when one player is left and there's only 10 seconds left of the clock against 4, what can you do? You can just sprint, run, and die anyways. But if you have a minute, you will see 1 minute of intense action, 1 versus 4, where he can sneak around and you can be like, will he make it, won't he make it? And that minute is worth the wait, instead of just having one team rush and die, or one player rush and die, you know? So there are pros and cons for everything.
That was XeqtR's view on the potential changes he'd like to see for CS 1.6.